Okay, welcome to a post deadlifting day stretches. Welcome to a post deadlifting day stretches video with me. So I'm just going to go through a little flow to basically cool down and stretch out the muscles that would have been worked when you do deads. So deadlifting. So deadlifting mainly uses the muscles in the back of the body, so hamstrings, glutes, erectors and your back muscles, as well as biceps. So we're just going to go through a few stretches there. So this would normally be classed as a yin yoga practice because it's more chilled and you're just moving from one stretch to the next, rather than an actual yoga flow. Okay, so yeah, to start with, I need to come down, toes together, knees out wide, and just walk my hands up as far as I can. And what I like to do is go onto my fingertips to help stretch out my shoulders and just try and melt my chest down to the floor. And the hands down. When you're ready, you're trying to push your hips back towards your heels. Coming up into tabletop. We're just going to take a deep breath in and using the hands to pull the mat, you're going to lift your chest up. Breathe out and curl everything in. Breathe in all the way up and breathe out all the way in. Now it's up to you. You can move around into circles, so some people like to go round and down. It's completely however works for you. And some people just like to be static in the one position. Okay, we're going to curl under our toes, lift up into downward facing dog, and just try and, so I'd start off with some pedals, but effectively you're going to try and get your heels to the floor, try to stretch out your hamstrings and your back, getting the eye of your elbow to face each other, eyes of the elbows, and using your head to look at your knees, or you can look at your navel, it's completely up to you. And like I said, you can either walk and pedal it out or just stay static. That's it. Okay, walk those feet forward towards the hands. Take the feet about hip width apart and slide your hands so palm side up underneath your feet. So it's the you want your toes to be in the crease of your wrist, and then push your you want to basically pull your arms up while you're still on top of them and pull yourself down. Just pull against it for resistance, almost like a halfway lift, and then release it down. Just chill out there for a little bit. Just helps to stretch everything in the back body out, especially after deadlifting, because everything's tense. And then when you're ready, release the hands without lifting the head. You want to articulate through every one of your vertebrae, so slowly roll up, head and neck last, and then we'll just do some neck rolls. So I'll come and sit down for that. Sit down, face towards the camera, or face towards anything, and then you're just going to take a few neck rolls. So taking the right ear to the right shoulder, you're going to look up and then curl your head forward, take a second in the middle, and then go to the other side, left ear to the left shoulder, stretch it out and curl it back round. One more, so take a deep breath in, get that right ear to the right shoulder. You can take your left hand and push it out to get a bit more of a stretch. So some people it's up here, for others it's all the way down here. As long as you're pushing away, you should feel it, and roll it round and down. And then when you come to the other side, take it to the other side. And you can take your hand and push on your head to get a bit more of a stretch. And release. Just take a few breaths there. Okay, we're going to come and lay down onto our back, rolling down. Take your knees in, so interlace your hands and wrap it around your knees, and you're going to take a breath in, and as you breathe out you want to curl everything up and in, so you're trying to get your head towards your knees. It's just a little hug in, really, and this helps stretch out the tailbone as well. Okay, stretch that left leg out long. Take the right leg and keep it in quite close, and we can either go for a half happy baby, so taking the right hand to the outside of the right foot, so on the blade, and just pull it down to the side of you. Stretch open those hips. After deads, I just like to lay down, honestly. I don't really want to do a lot of standing around or anything. I just want to lay down. Okay, take your left hand onto the knee, push the leg over to the right, well, to the left, and the right hand out to the right, and turn your head to look to the right and look at your hand. And you're trying to get your shoulder to be on the floor and your knee, so it's quite intense, especially after deads. Okay, bring it back up, and then we're going to curl that left leg in, and take the hands, and you're going to put the one in between the eye of, or the triangle that you've made, the other on the outside, and you're going to grab your knee and flex your feet, and you're going to push this knee out to the side because you want it to be relatively straight, so it's a figure 4, and pull the legs in. Stretch out that hip, so that's going to stretch out the glutes. And the closer you can get your legs to your body, the better, especially while keeping your shoulders on the floor. Just keep breathing through it, especially if things feel tight, you need to breathe through it. It's trying to get the body to have like this reciprocal inhibition, so like it needs to relax, and that's why it's best to do static or these sort of stretches after your session rather than before, because before you want your muscles to be almost tighter to keep engaged rather than telling it to relax. So yeah, whereas if you stretch it out like this, it's asking the muscle to relax a bit more. Just breathe. Okay, and release it down. This time we're going to take the right leg out long, curl that left leg in. You're going to take your hand to the outside of the blade of the foot and just pull it in, just trying to get a stretch on the inner, like, well, groin sort of area. Pull it down. Take a few breaths there. And then take your right hand onto the knee, and you're going to turn it over while you turn your body over to the left and look at your left hand. That's my back clicking. Put back up. And take the right leg up, put the ankle on the knee, take the left hand and put it between in that little triangle that you made, and the other hand on the outside. Interlace the fingers around the knee and just try and get those shoulders straight onto the mat, and pull your legs in as close as you can to your body. You should feel it on this outside sort of area, on the butt. is good to keep these poses for as long as possible, and then, well, I'd say about 30 seconds to a minute. Take a few breaths, and then if you feel like the body's starting to relax, then bring it in a bit deeper. Keep it there for another 30 seconds, and then like keep going until you feel like it's starting to release really. Okay, let it go. I'm going to say put your hands behind your knees and literally just try and come up to seated. Your feet out long. So with most of my stuff, if I do legs, I tend to like to do hamstrings, but especially for deadlifting, I would do a seated hamstring stretch. So you could either do a single leg or you could do a double leg. So I'm going to do a double leg. So hands up. And with this, you want to try and make your spine as straight as possible. Try and get the sit bones out behind you. And then as you take a bend forward, you want to keep that spine straight. And then interlace the hands. So either you're touching the feet or toes or your shins. It's wherever you can get your hands. The thing is, there's no right way. It's just about where your body can go. So, and especially after deadlifts, they're going to be really tight. Take a deep breath in. Keep that body up, so keep the chest up, and the thing is, the straighter the spine, the more it goes into the hamstrings, whereas if you start curling the spine, then it goes into the back, which we're going to do in a second. Keep it back. Okay, and when you're ready, take a deep breath in and fold further over the legs, and then this goes into the back. Come up, close your pose, and that's the end. I hope you find this helpful, and remember to stretch after your sessions. So even if you did deadlifting and then did accessories at the end, always stretch. So yeah, that's it.